This is Flux with fluxwithit.com, and you are?
Allison Jansen.
Okay, and why don't you tell us about what you have here, because the tagline kind of grabbed my attention.
Well, as you can see, this is Liquid Rhythm. Now, when you first notice it, you see molecules, and you're like, what's up with these molecules, right?
Sure.
You guys are familiar with the piano roll within Logic
Yes.
and all the other kind of DAW software. This is basically our piano roll, and what we have done is we have made a new visual representation of MIDI.
Okay.
We've done this just to make it easier on the eyes. It's easier to plunk in notes and to change the velocity. And it's just a real quick way to make beats really, really quickly. And that was our whole goal, was to make things really quickly, because...
So it's all based around workflow and speed?
Yes.
Okay.
But the fun begins when you get to the generation wheel. Whenever you do, and whatever you change within the molecule, the program is constantly analyzing that bar of music. So within this wheel, by the way, this wheel contains all possible combinations of 8 notes within 1 bar of music.
Okay.
So it adds up to around 10 quadrillion different choices, which is...
Oh yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. Yep, so normal. As you can see, this guy's highlighted. This guy actually connects with this guy. So this is the same molecule system. It's just, that's where it is on the wheel. And we structured it how within quadrants. Now these guys, these little pattern guys, are very similar to this pattern that you've selected. So say you want to have, I like this beat that I have, but I want to change it up and tweak it just a little bit, just enough to make it a different sound, but it doesn't change the entire groove to it.
Okay.
So, I'm going to change this. And it'll keep constantly changing.
So it's going to automatically run through these different changes to the setup.
Yep. And if you're used to the sequencer, you can use it up here as well.
Okay.
So say you want to click on that, you can add notes this way. And the wheel will...
So whenever you add a note, the wheel will adjust to where that combination is to let you know what you've just done, right?
So it's basically, it's suggesting patterns that are similar to the particular beat that you're making.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit easier and faster process.
Now, does this relate to not just rhythms and percussion, but can you also have this relate to notes and scales and things of that nature?
Right now, it's just rhythmic.
Okay.
In the near future, there might be some harmony and chord stuff.
Does this also handle things like swing or anything like that?
Yes, we do have, there's surface handlers down here. And it does, if I zoom in here. See in this molecule that you can change the groove just ever so slightly, so it kind of makes it swing. And you can also change the velocity from here, and you can it'll act globally as well. So whatever molecules that you have highlighted, it'll change all those values.
Okay.
So it does it globally, not just by one molecule at a time, kind of thing.
So anytime I change any one placement of a sound on here, the wheel is automatically going to turn to where I'm at, and then I can see like patterns around it. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more? Can you bring me back to the view with those? I want to know a little bit more about that, about how to understand exactly. Like, so I can just select these, and it would select the new pattern.
Yep. Right where that's highlighted.
And going through it, is it? What's the logic behind how they're laid out in rows, as far as the changes of the notes?
It's just the way that it's structurally. I guess within this molecule system, you'll see that there's binary and there's ternary groups. So it's like groups of 2. Groups of 2 and groups of 3. Okay. And this is how it's been laid out. So you can kind of see from the coloring system here. These are all kind of binary pattern. Like the majority is more binary. And this is probably, if I click on this here, this would be a ternary, and a binary thing. So this is kind of like grouping all of those specific structures. So it's just like a big wheel with like different structures and patterns.
So you could just quickly run through and grab
pretty much,
all manner of different drum patterns.
Yes.
Are they is it possible to like save presets out for like say like rock or hip hop or and group them out like that?
The one feature that we have is called the Beat Seeker. It kind of does something similar to what you're asking about. So for instance, I say, I want to do something more with rock elements in it. Just click on this. Right now we only have 5 genres, but there's going to be like probably 10 more going to be put in.
And you could add your custom genre in there as well.
Yes, I'll get to that in a second. Rock. So we'll put it into rock. You click on this, and you'll instantly see that there's colors within the wheel now. Anything that's dark shaded, that particular beat or pattern occurs frequently within the rock genre of a kick.
Gotcha.
And so you can keep changing the different, like to snare and to hand claps. So it'll actually give you
the variations
within that rock genre. And the reason, the whole scientific background of this, like I've had people ask me, well, what do you base this on? It's genres after all, right? It's music. We are actually teamed up with the Smart Lab in Ryerson.
Okay.
It's a university in Toronto, and we've teamed up with their music psychology department. And so we've worked with them and done music research with like people and testing purposes. So that's based on that research.
How long has this been in development?
2 years now.
2 years now?
We've been around for like 4 years roughly, but series development started like 2 years ago.
Is this shipping now?
It's available online.
It's available online.
A box version is soon and around the corner. So.
And price point?
$199.
And does it load as just a VST or?
VST, AU, and RTES.
Okay, yeah. Very nice.
And you can also add your own samples in there as well.
Okay, and it sends out like general MIDI, right?
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Cheers.